Hello, and welcome to School Health Presents Talkin' Tech with Dr. Ray. Today we're going to take a look at another device that we oftentimes simply think about using just to keep students on track or to keep a focus going with an understanding of how long an activity should take. Well, we want to keep that in mind, and what we're going to be talking about today is the time timer setup that actually has both a dry erase board and a time timer mod that's actually built into it. Why should we be thinking about this in a differentiated way? Well, most times when a student needs a visual timer, that means they have some anxiety or they don't have a full understanding of the passage of time, and that can cause some issues going along the way. What we want to do, though, is again train a behavior where this does not become something synonymous simply with work. And so what we want to do is think about using these two to monitor break time, or if you're using it in a home setting, and I've had some parents that have actually done this for us, have actually bought these to monitor screen time. What are they doing? They're setting the timer as we're going on, so it's a standard time timer. But again, remember, the whole idea of visual timing releases some of that anxiety because now the students see passage of time and aren't sitting there in their minds trying to compute things. Now, the first question I often get asked by teachers and parents alike is, well, wait a minute, can't they just adjust the dial on the timer? Well, of course they can. So what you want to do is set it back a little bit in between you and them and make sure you know what time they should be ending. So that way they physically would have to get up and move to another place. But what we're doing in the background with that then is actually training behavior that this is just simply something that monitors the passage of time, and therefore that can be helpful for all students as we go on. And I know some of you are concerned, what about if we have students with visual impairments? Well, that's when you may want to get a time timer watch. Because don't forget, with the time timer watch, aside from having visual timing that goes on, you also have the capability to have vibrational alarms that go off too. So for that student that may have some visual impairments, they can actually get the signal back to them through a vibration on their wrist. Again, keeping it in a scenario where a lot of other people aren't seeing it. So again, think about how you're using your visual timers, and for something like this, use it for screen time and fun or break time, because then we retrain the behavior that a visual timer is helpful for everyone at all points in time. I want to thank you for joining us today on this Talkin' Tech with Dr. Ray, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere down the road.